Do you want me to check? Hey guys, welcome back on my channel.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Angus. Today I'm joined with my sister Jess. So today I thought it would be really cool, since we both moved here from South Africa, we're going to go through a list of differences that I found between England and South Africa.
Basically,
let's
get
into
ready
it.
for a culture shock.
Let's start with the obvious one, is the weather. And I know I'm not just talking about the fact that it rains all the time, because in winter in Cape Town it does rain all the time. I'm talking about like, there's always clouds, like there is always clouds.
Yeah.
That's why everyone always says it's grey. But guys, the heat in this country is like no other.
Yeah, next level.
Like the humidity that
Maybe like Durbanites would be fine with it, because in Durban and Joburg it gets really humid. Yeah, the humidity here is like,
it's crazy.
just in Europe in general, I feel like in all the big cities, because also in South Africa like everything is more spread out, whereas here it's more compact, so I feel like it just makes everything a lot hotter. It's like...
So the next thing I want to talk about is the abos in this country.
The avos.
The abos. They are disgusting. Like,
They're not from here though, they're just the ones that they import. So I don't know if they're just
terrible.
importing the shittest avos or what. But which avos are you talking about? Are you talking about the like light green ones?
No, the
or
Haas avos.
The Haas?
Yeah.
The
Like,
Haas ones are the best though.
yeah. But like, even those green ones are even more nasty.
Yeah, the green ones are the worst, but yeah. I feel like South Africans with anything where they have to like do it themselves, like petrol.
Yeah, I also put down petrol. Like,
Petrol.
pumping petrol's not fun,
You
guys.
should have seen me pumping petrol, what a joke. I was like an actual dumbass, like, oh my god.
So I also find that the salary and wages are a lot different, in the sense of you can do a lot more with them. I just feel like your basic minimum wage goes a lot further in this country. Like, you can afford a lot more luxuries on your, like, on basic minimum wage.
Yeah, I think it depends where you live.
I don't know, your money just goes further in terms of affording things that, like, for instance, like, I never thought I could afford a lot of things in South Africa when I was working, but like here I feel like my salary goes a lot further.
I don't know, like, I agree and I disagree. I think that like groceries are a lot cheaper, like you can buy a lot more for your money with groceries, but I disagree with everything else. Like, public transport is effing expensive.
Yeah, it's on my answer.
Rent is super expensive. Like, we're lucky that we don't have to pay rent. That's why I think our money also goes for the petrol. I think is quite cheap.
It's quite expensive.
I feel like with some, because even eating out is really expensive.
So like the other things, like traveling to Europe, I find like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Like, it's still the novelty of traveling to Europe is still there, but like it's a lot cheaper. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice because your flights there are super cheap, so your accommodation, you can like up your price on accommodation and actually stay at a really nice place, which is really cool. And also because we're traveling on the British pound, like food, shopping and stuff like that is also a lot cheaper.
That's super nice.
But like for food especially, like I find that my family, they don't really shop as much, whereas they'd rather spend their money on food, like on the good food. Price of transport, like just like, people always say like the trains are like, they're so jealous of our efficient trains and stuff like that. First of all, they're not efficient.
No.
They are definitely, like, we work in a train station, it's really not efficient.
No.
There are always delays, there are always something's broken or a branch is blown on the track, so there's like 6-hour delays and like
And I think some people might be like, yeah, but it's more efficient than back home, and like technically yes, it's slightly more efficient, but at the same time you paying like 20 times the price, literally like 20 times the price of a ticket. Like,
so from the station that we work in, if you want to go to like London Waterloo, it's like £20.
That's with a student card where you get a third off. So for like normal price, for people who don't have the student card, it's £30.
So you're paying like between 400 to 600 rand to literally to take a 25-minute train. House prices, rental prices, super high.
Like in London, if you're lucky, you'll find a decent sized room for like £700. That's like 14,000 rand a month, and that's excluding like Wi-Fi or a cleaner or anything like that. Like £700. So the rent is super high.
Like when my sister used to live in a studio flat in Tottenham, like way back when, and she paid £600 a month, and that included just her internet. So £600. Her flat was like the size of my bedroom with like an added bathroom and a long kitchen. That's literally like it.
Yeah.
And that was like, she scored a good deal on that.
Yeah, like a really good deal now. That's you would never get that now.
So the next thing is Amazon and online delivery.
Oh.
What
dangerous
games to play, but what a breeze in life. Like you'll be broke all the time. You'll be broke. But at the same time, like, it's just the efficiency is off the chain.
It's also extremely bad for the environment. So it's like good and bad, but when you need it, like for example, if your laptop charger breaks, you can get a new one, or maybe the same day, if not the next day, or like whatever you need. Like if you have something to do and you forget, you can pretty much get it the next day. Yeah, that's like so good but so bad.
Then the drivers in this country. So I personally find that people always complain about South African drivers, and I find the drivers here way worse than I do in South Africa. Like I think I don't actually know, because yes and no. So there's two things. First of all, the truck drivers in South Africa are insane. Like they just go straight through red robots. That freaks me out a bit. And then like taxis you can kind of deal with, because you know they're taxis, you get used to them. And then second thing is like the aggression of South African drivers. So like not like when you trying to change lanes or something, people will just like ride and like not let you in. Whereas here I find like people are
most
polite.
of the time they're more patient. Like people aren't like, you do some, don't get me wrong, like of course you do get exceptions, but I'd say people are mostly a little bit more chill, but they also just, I don't know. I don't actually know.
I prefer driving in South Africa.
I think in South Africa you think, because like, you know, you're not going to get into troubles. I think that people here are a little bit more careless because people are more polite. So I think that they know that they can like get away with more, they can be a bit more stupid, and they're relatively unlikely to get in an accident. Whereas in South Africa, if you're stupid, you're probably gonna get in an accident.
The next thing I have on the list is mobile data.
Dream.
Like I do not understand how my friends have money to like survive when data is that expensive in that country.
I swear it's so expensive.
And literally, like you buy a gig and then you open Facebook and there's like, and it's like you run out of data.
Literally,
and it's like,
I swear. Even in the car, I was playing Spotify and I completely forgot. Like, cause here I just play my Spotify that I haven't saved, any music that I haven't saved, and then in South Africa I was like playing it, and it was like, I swear 2 songs later I was like, you run out of data, and I was like, I just bought like 2 gigs, which cost me like almost $1,000. Even at home, most of the time the Wi-Fi is too slow, so I just use my 4G.
Yeah, like so.
And it's fine because I get 25 gigs a month for £16, which is super cheap.
Okay. So the next thing that so some of these are also like my friends have added onto these because I messaged a lot of people and I was like, so what do you think? So another thing that's personal to me is I find the milk bottles very weird. Like the shape of the milk bottles. The shape of the milk bottles freak me out.
That's so funny.
I find them very like flimsy.
Yeah, they're really flimsy. The plastic is like super flimsy.
Yeah, like I don't know. The milk bottles just freak me out.
I think it's a recycling thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's what I would assume.
Also in South Africa, the milk bottles are square, and here they're not square.
They're kind of like.
They're like
rectangle.
Yeah, I don't know. They're
weird.
super weird. Like every time I pick it up, I'm just like, oh.
That is so random. I never actually thought of that.
Yeah.
But in regards to milk, the tea in South Africa is so much better.
Yeah.
The tea, the food, everything like that you taste is just a million times better in South Africa. Like a million times better.
Oh, coming back to the groceries thing as well. So groceries in South Africa are super expensive, but eating out is a lot cheaper. And like here, it's the other way around. So your restaurant's already expensive, but your groceries are already cheap. Interesting.
The groceries are not like super cheap. Everyone thinks that after I went to Berlin for 2 weeks, and there the groceries are really cheap.
Mm.
Like you can get strawberries for like €1. Here it's like £2.50 for a punnet of strawberries. So Germany, I think Germany is where it's at actually. We're all missing out.
Okay, and then a couple of my friends said that the fashion here is a lot different in the sense of like they're like you can dress up like an absolute weirdo, and they're like, cool, like we don't
To
really
be completely honest with you, like South Africans dress like trash.
Also, but like remember, put that down to what they have access to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's not their fault. It's just like, yeah, the shops. That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
fashion there is so shit.
Like every time I go back and I walk into like Cotton On or something like that, or Cotton On, what's that one? Factory. Like even.
Factory kills my soul. I cannot.
But even like the H&M, like I find that like when I was there 2 years before, like there was like I have literally have multiple t-shirts that are all exactly the same from Cotton On, and I've bought them all like 2 years apart from each other.
I think the only place that I love to shop at when I go back home is Country Road, but
Yeah.
Country Road's expensive. But
yeah.
then again, in saying that, I feel like now that when I went to Cotton On and stuff, their prices have caught up with Country Roads. I will say like that was definitely something that I noticed going back, especially now that you wouldn't say right now, but I'm starting to kind of like get a bit more into fashion and like explore that side of things, because I just was never confident enough to. And now that I'm like looking at everything, I'm just like, oh my word, like it's just really abysmal, I will say.
Like you can find some good things. Like
I'm being really harsh, sorry, but the fashion is just cock.
Like my friends all look good, but all of them have clothes from like overseas or like shop at these really expensive shops. Like they'd rather spend like 1,000 rand on like one top than go to like other
that's
shops.
Crazy. But also what I think is in a way good is like a lot of people, they will shop vintage or like secondhand.
Yeah, like the thrifting there is really good.
Yeah.
And it's like really, really cheap as well. Because
Yeah.
like the problem here that I find here is that you go to these vintage shops and like you try and thrift, and there's just a whole lot of shit, and it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive, and you're like, well, what's the point? Because for this price I can just go get it new. I know that's not the point, but like at the same time it kind of is, you know. Anyway, sorry, that was really harsh, but I still love my country a lot. Coffee in Cape Town is...
Next up in line, university. University, like South Africans think that university is a joke here, because like
It is.
like my first year, 2 days a week, 2 days, and they weren't even full days.
My entire degree, 3 days a year, 3 days a week. Sorry, not a year. I wish. And my master's, 2 days a week. My master's, my postgraduate.
And then I
2
get
days
like
a
my
week.
friends, oh yeah, I've just started first year, 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I was like,
Yeah, literally, you like holy shit. But to be honest, like, I'm not mad about it.
yeah, neither am I. I'm kind of enjoying
Because
it.
it allows you to work part-time properly and not have your weekends working.
Okay.
So you like, well, you worked a bit, but...
Yeah, I mean,
You work Saturdays, hey?
yeah, sometimes.
Mm.
If I'm like down for the extra money, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not like if I know I'm not doing anything, then I'll
But
work
even that's
Saturday.
like half day. It's like, what, 7 till 12?
Yeah, it's
So
like it's not intense.
Yeah.
So the next up one was a suggestion from a friend. The cinema, like the cinema popcorns and snacks. Like the cinema is like, it's a very different experience here. Like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I just find it like very different to South Africa. There's no like butter, salt, or anything like that. Like you get like little like sachets of like salt
that's
and pepper.
taste again.
Yeah.
See, that's all taste.
Beauty prices, like I find you have a lot more variety in like your everyday like drugstore, like discount clicks. Like here we have it like we have like the boots and everything. There's so much more like variety, and as well like
We're in England.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the prices are a lot cheaper as well. Stuff is a lot nicer and it's a
Yeah.
lot cheaper.
I can understand that, because even though I guess it's, if you convert it directly, it's the same, but like paying £5 for like a cream or something, like whatever it is, versus paying like 400 bucks. Like 400 rand, you can go and get a nice meal and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But whereas £5, you won't get a meal and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like
I mean, you can get a good Macca's.
yeah,
Medium
but like
chicken meal with
that's
a
not a-
Coke.
that's not a good meal. That's what I'm saying. So like the beauty
That is a
products,
good meal in my life.
But also, disclaimer, I just wanted to say that, like, comparing Cape Town and London is like comparing two very opposite things. Like, it's apples and peaches. You can't compare them at all because, like, you can.
Apples
we just
and peaches.
did. Yeah, I made up my own thing.
But yeah, so this is not like meant to drag South Africa at all. Like, I love South Africa.
Or
with
England.
all. Yeah, I've
Love it.
they've both really become my home. So I do actually love it now.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like the differences that I've noticed, you know, coming here, and it's just they're just differences. Doesn't mean they're good or bad, you know.
Yeah. Except for the fashion. Fashion's bad.
Jessica used to literally wreck me when I first moved here. She was like, "You dress so
I'm
badly,"
sorry, but
and I was like, "No, I don't know. I like the way that my friends dress, but my friends dress like they wear like very plain, like they'll wear like Becky when we go out, black boots, black stockings, black skirt with a black mesh top with a bra underneath, and she looks cute. She looks cute.
I saw her. She wore that at Adventures in London.
Yeah.
She wore like a grey
She knew.
skirt.
She knew. She knows how to dress, you know?
Yeah.
And like I like the way that Emma dresses as well. But Emma thrifts a lot of clothing.
I feel like Cape Townians would do really well in Berlin because they're all cuck weird. So, you know, like in Cape Town, there's like that crowd that always try and be LT, and the girls all have like bowl cuts, and they all wear like parachute pants and or
They
jeans.
have their septum piercings.
I swear they
I
would
can
do
say
so,
that because I had one.
they
once.
do so well in Berlin because they're all like a bit weird like that.
Yeah.
Sports glasses, you know, the whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
But we love it. We live for it.
We live with it. Like literally every time we come home, we just smile.
Yeah.
Now we know
I love
we're
that
home.
city so much.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's been good, guys. It's been groovy, but this is the end of the video. So if you liked it, give it a like. Subscribe to see more content with Jessica.
I feel like I'm becoming a partner on this channel. The Jess and Angus show.